And moving to the list of endorsements, the Washington Post has become the second major newspaper not to endorse a presidential candidate. The move comes as a massive shocker for readers, as the Washington Post has endorsed candidates since the 1970s, all of whom were Democrats. But what's more surprising was the report by the newspaper itself, which outlined the sequence of events that led to the decision. The report said the editors were ready with a draft endorsement for the Vice President Kamala Harris. However, it was canceled after the paper's billionaire owner, Amazon founder Jeff Bezos, decided not to publish it. Now the move has sparked a wave of criticism, with former staffers calling the Washington Post, quote, spineless and cowards. Robert Kagan, a columnist and editor-at-large at the newspaper, resigned in the wake of the paper's stunning decision. The newspaper also faced backlash from its readers, with thousands canceling their subscriptions as a result. Earlier, the Los Angeles Times refused to endorse any presidential candidates after its billionaire owner, Patrick Soon-Shiong, blocked the plan to endorse Kamala Harris. The decision prompted 3 members of the editorial board to resign and thousands of readers to cancel their subscriptions. Meanwhile, former President Donald Trump has received an endorsement by the New York Post, which is owned by media mogul Rupert Murdoch. So far, Kamala Harris has been endorsed by more than 50 newspapers and other publications, the most prominent being the New York Times, The Guardian, Rolling Stone, and Vogue magazine. Meanwhile, around a dozen media outlets, including the New York Post, the Washington Times, and Maxim, have endorsed Donald Trump. It seems like billionaires are less worried about their newspaper's duty to the public and more concerned about what might happen to them if the candidate they didn't support wins the election.
But it's a completely different story on the betting market.
Elon Musk, the tech visionary who is backing Donald Trump.
In New York, the Dow Jones and Nasdaq dropped over 3%.
Joining Putin in flexing muscle is his dear friend Xi Jinping.
The U.S. law calls for a presidential poll to be held on the Tuesday.
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
I like that.
Firstpost decodes the U.S. election, explains how America chooses its president. Your primer on the race to the White House. Everything you need to know about how America votes and its global implications. U.S. Election Explained, every Monday and Thursday only on Firstpost.